Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to American Truck Simulator. And today's video will be driving through Oklahoma, and I'm going to share some of my takeaways from today, and kind of talk about my day, some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I want to share. I am going to do a vlog to share my journey from where I am now today to where I hope to be a year from now. And in order for me to do that, I gotta take action. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm thinking about buying a new truck because I cannot stand that. It looks really weird. But I'm kind of, what time is it in the game? I'll wait to buy the truck when it gets. I don't like to drive in the dark, especially when the lights aren't good. Alright, Oklahoma. We're in New Mexico right now, so I'm going to pick one that will take me to Oklahoma. Let's see here, Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. Alright, let's do this thing. Looks like I'll be hauling yard trucks. On second thought, let's do Oklahoma. Yeah, let's do this one instead. It's short and sweet. We'll do that instead. I don't know how long this video will be because my cochlear implant is about to die. I've been doing a lot of listening on my computer. I started a morning routine where I would put my phone in the kitchen downstairs because every time I have my phone in my room, I always end up staying in bed way too long. So instead, I would get out of bed, grab my phone, go back in bed and just watch YouTube videos and stuff. But I want to stop doing that because I end up staying in bed until like 10 or 11. So now what I'm striving to do is establish a morning routine where I get out of bed, I read my scriptures, I pray, I read a book, and I do the things that goes with getting ready for the day, like getting dressed, brush my teeth, etc. And I'll be honest, believe it or not, I have never been consistent when it comes to some things like brushing my teeth. It's just something that I've never been able to be consistent with for some reason. I mean, usually I'm pretty hygienic, but when it comes to my teeth, for the first time I have been consistent with brushing my teeth for a week. And what I've started doing now is when I'm ready to get out of the bath, I take a shower, do what I need to do, and then before I leave the bathroom, I do what I call the head to toe test. Hair done, whether I brush it or put gel in it, glasses clean, face cream on face, deodorant, brush teeth, clothes, I'm all dressed, and then it's time to go. I know that might sound a little bit something that kids or teenagers, but I'm sure I'm not the only adult who might not be consistent with some things. But I wanted to share that for anyone who also struggles with consistency, especially when they live on their own or spend most of their time in their room for whatever reason, whatever it's work from home or they lost their job, whatever it might be. So that's what I've been doing with my morning routine. And even though I'm still spending too much time doing nothing, and yesterday I wrote down a list of things that I was going to do. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, I still spent a little too much time playing games and watching videos on my phone or iPad, but I took the time, but after dinner, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to finish this evening strong, which means I'm going to finish the work that I was set out to do. And I'll show you my notebook. Now, the thing is, I'm going to be completely transparent here, because I want to share my journey, my progress with you guys in the hope that someone will learn something, will take something from this and realize what they can do. So real quick, so this is my notepad that I wrote down everything. As you can see, it's not really organized, it's not time. That's because for me right now, where I'm at, I spend too much time planning and thinking too much time wondering blocks of time and all that stuff. And so I decided that, okay, I need to write what I'm going to do down, and I'm going to do it, and those are the things I'm going to do. And this time, I did them all. As you can see, I've crossed everything off. There we go. We're going to do that one. Oh, no, this is what I was going to do. We're going to go into Texas a little bit. One thing I didn't do was I didn't take notes on everything I did. Like, for example, I didn't write down my insights from reading the Book of Mormon or listening to the book, listening to the book Asked by Mark Victor Hansen. However, I did start taking notes at some point later in the day. And here's an interesting thing. And I'll tell you something else that I'm doing that I think is effective for me because of the way my eyesight is. There we go. I put my laptop right in front of my monitor to take notes on whatever I'm learning and doing. And also, one of the first things I did was to go through the web development boot camp with Colt Steele. Now, the reason why I'm learning web development is because regardless of what happens with programming, HTML is going to be around for a long time. Sure, granted, there's different versions of HTML, and now we have HTML5, but because of how integrated it is, it's going to be probably decades, if not a century. Wait. Oh. I was worried that I didn't get my load somehow. And also, there's a lot of money to be made with coding. And, well, part of me don't really want to be a coder. There are a couple reasons why I decided. One, because there has been a long time when I wanted to be a programmer. I wanted to be a coder. And the funny thing is, I started learning to program in the 90s on Visual Basics and C++. I was going to be a programmer, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I didn't hear about HTML or Visual Basic back. I didn't hear about HTML and CSS and that stuff at that time. I don't know why. It's weird. You would think they would teach that, but I guess with a small school like the one I went to, and there were only like 90 students in my graduation class. That's how small it was. But I guess it would be probably some years before they start teaching students how to code and create websites. Man, I gave up on programming. And I think what the biggest reason why I want to continue with coding is because I want to finish what I started all those years ago. I've always seemed to have given up on something, and with coding, I want to finish it. So like I said, that I do it. And the course that I'm going through, yeah, I'll show you the course real quick. It's on udemy.com. And if you wait until certain days, you can pay for them at $10, $20 a month. I'm sorry, not $10, $20 a month. You can buy a course for $10, $20. So that makes it very nice. So let me just show you real quick the course that I'm going through right now. Here we go. So yeah. There we go. So yeah, this is where I'm at going through. I want to push myself to go even further, but that is what I'm doing right now. Also, I have an interest in artificial intelligence, and I believe that learning Web3 and artificial intelligence, Web3, artificial intelligence, and coding will go hand in hand. The thing is, coding isn't going to be replaced anytime soon. What AI is going to do is enhance and aid the developer. Because what I think people don't understand is artificial intelligence is not at that point where it's going to replace everybody. We still need that human supervision. And I could go on and on about that. Oh, there we go. I could go on and on about that, and I'm sure I'm going to make a video talking about artificial intelligence and why I don't think it's going to take over everything anytime soon. It's just not. You still need that human element, and like I said, I could probably spend a whole hour talking about it and giving examples of why we don't have anything to fear from it right now. Yeah, you may lose your job, but like I talked about in my previous video, you have a choice. Learn new skills, find a way to prepare yourself for that. That's one of the reasons why I think one of the reasons why I haven't really been active in looking for a job, not just because of my own beliefs, but also because I believe many of those jobs are going to be replaced with artificial intelligence tools. And I'm going off on a tangent right now, it seems like. So, I'm going through the web boot camp, learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And here's the interesting thing. There was I don't remember his name now, but he appeared on Peter Vogel's Game Changer Academy Millionaire Guest Speaker call, and I asked the question, what programming language would you recommend? And he said JavaScript. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but he gave the impression that it's not going to go away, not going to change, not going to go away anytime soon. Oh dear. So artificial intelligence, all that stuff is going. We can choose to see it as a tool, or we can just keep complaining about it. So choice, guys. I'm going to learn what I can and work towards my goals and dreams. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And if all those other entrepreneurs can do it, so can I. And the other thing I did was I listened to the book called Ask, like I mentioned, Mark Victor Hansen. And then I'm actually re-listening to it because there's this beautiful story at the beginning of the book that I want to talk about. Not tonight, though. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. But it's a very beautiful story about a girl who meets the king and queen by the end of the story and overcomes her poverty and what she was going through. But the biggest takeaway of the book is learning to ask questions. Because asking questions open the doors. Heck, even in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they want you to ask questions. Everything in the Bible and in the Book of Mormon, if you give it careful study, encourage you to ask the question, heck, how did the Church of Jesus Christ, how was the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints created? Because Joseph Smith asked a question. He wanted to know what church to join. And he went into the woods, said a prayer, and just, all he did was ask, Heavenly Father, what church should I join? And he saw God the Father and His Son, Jesus Christ. All because he asked a question and had that burning desire to know. And in the Book of Mormon, chapter 10, the last of the prophet historians, Moroni, I'm so focused on talking that I keep missing my turn. But anyway, the prophet historian talked about the Book of Mormon. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that he asked us to ask God if it was true, if what you read was true. To ask God questions. Don't be afraid to ask God questions. Don't be afraid to ask family and friends questions, because it's like the saying goes, the Chinese proverbs go, if you don't ask questions, the person that asks a question is a fool for a minute, but the person that doesn't ask questions is a fool for a lifetime. So ask questions. The next thing I did was, and I took breaks between these things. The next thing I did was watch a video of Sean Cannell go live course. It's a couple of years old, but it's still relevant today. And some of the things you talk about was the different paths of being a videopreneur, as they call it, such as being a business leader, social marketing, YouTuber, expert, speaker, coaches, etc. Alright, now I have to find the map. I have to find it again. It's actually, so do I? Yeah, I'm not even going to try to get in that. I don't know what, I think it's some kind of cement or something? Selene? I don't know. And then I finish up a section on learning how to edit videos. So I haven't actually learned how to edit yet, because the first part of the video that I'm watching was about what's the layout of DaVinci Resolve. Then last but not least, I started Peter Vogel's 6 month to 6 figures course, which is based off his book. His first book, 6 months to 6 figures. Okay, there it is. Let's see if I can get it in there. And there's just a lot of jam-packed value there. And I could probably spend a whole hour just talking about that. So I took some notes. But some of the things he said was mastery versus overload, quality, quality over quantity, having big ears, big eyes, and small mouth, which for a minute I thought it sounded kind of contradictory to ask the question. But what they're saying is, whoops, I went too far backwards. Let's try again. Don't go around bragging about your goals, talking about how you're going to do all this. Listen, observe, and learn. This is the nice thing about this cab over. I don't have to oh wow. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There's a lot to learn. Don't give up. Keep on questioning it. I mean, just the things that I've gained from the videos I watched today are enough for a video of themselves. I want to take what I'm learning and share it with you guys, because the thing is, we all have opportunities. There's no reason why we can't become the best version of ourselves. And that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. Comments, questions, and consider subscribing. Also, I appreciate any feedback and criticism you might have. Maybe I talk too fast and don't know it, or maybe there's something about this layout that you don't like, or or you just have questions, I'm not willing to listen. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk soon. Peace.